Hey, this is for Michael Parkin and the team at Epochal Technologies. This is Luke with Partnerly.ai. And today I'm going to give you guys a website and lead gen audit. So I want to share with you really quickly who we are. So Partnerly.ai, we help tech and B2B companies get more clients faster. So we do this by step one, targeting key decision makers in your industry. Two, getting SQLs sent to your inbox. And three, helping build up your sales team pipelines to close more deals faster. With Microsoft, we just helped Ravi and his team generate 1,400 leads that brought in 30 deals in working with us. They said it was a huge success, probably the biggest campaign they've seen in the past 3 years. So today, I want to share what I found in researching your audit. And I'm going to share the website and lead gen audit right now. And within your desktop, we reviewed your desktop and mobile. On your page speed on your desktop, we give you a score of about 95. Your headline score is a 20, so that could be worked on, and your content score is 45. On the mobile side, your page speed is a little bit slower at 88. Your headline is the same, content's the same. Let me go over that with you real quickly here. So on your desktop, as you can see, when a visitor visits your website, the area they're going to be focusing on is the top left-hand side, which is essentially your logo, your contact information, and your headline. And then they're going to be scrolling from there. On the mobile side, you can see where they're looking on there. What's highlighted in the deep red and orange is what visitors will be looking at. So to break down your page speed score a little bit more, essentially you have a pretty decent score on the desktop. Your speed index, your load time is pretty fast. It's about 2 to 3 seconds, 2.7 to 3 seconds on the mobile side, which is a little bit on the slower side. I'm going to be running through this a little bit quicker, just for time purposes, but at the same time, I want to be very thorough to make sure I go over everything with you. Your headline right now, you're missing the H1 tag, and the H2 tag headlines is decent, but I'll talk more about the content and conversion side. This is more of the technical side right now. Um, you could be a little bit more persuasive. The reason why it's important to have an H1 and H2 tag is because it essentially lets the search engines know which is the main topic of the website. So that's usually with H1 or H2, and then H2 is like a second level heading. Your content score, really right now, when we visit your website, there doesn't really appear to be a main core keywords. It's more general, and I'll go over that with you in a minute. The body length is pretty good. Persuasive copy that needs to be worked on. Essentially, there's no video. Some people like to have video. They don't want to scroll through an entire website. It just depends on your consumer and how they're visiting your page. So let's dig deeper into your website. So within your website here, I broke down some key areas that I found within your website. So within your website, I found there needs to be better call to actions and trust factors, which is going to help you with your conversions. So when people visit your website, they don't know who you are, your sales team, giving them a phone call, they don't know who you are. They're going to want to build up that trust right away and call to actions. You need to work on page optimization and off page optimization for search engine keywords. And then we'll also go over the Google and reviews, and then also the long tail content and authority to drive more traffic. So let me detail this more. So within your website here, you can see the headline, your logo, but there's no phone number. There's no phone number. There's no contact. There's no button to take action for a call to action to book an appointment with you. So that's the biggest thing because you want to use the website as a lead magnet to drive more appointments, drive more deals, drive more pipeline. And as you scroll down, also on the service is when I was visiting the website, it's a clean site. When you go through everything, it's clean. It's got some trust factors in regards to some clients, but it could also be better if you had certain certifications down here, if you had Google reviews, different technology reviews on here. When someone visits your website, they have to scroll down or look through the services to find out what you do. So essentially, you offer technology leadership, technology staffing, and data everything. Um, the only thing I can kind of see that's more clear is that technology staffing, technology leadership, data everything. That's not really a specific keyword that people are going to be typing in Google and the search engines to find you. And then also can be confusing as a visitor when they're trying to figure out what you do exactly. The good thing is you have a clean site. It flows pretty decent, but at the same time, it's kind of bare. It doesn't get you what you want. What you want when people visit your website is know exactly what you do, how you can help them, call to action to work with you now. You want that within like the first 5 seconds. So, and then also the scrolling of the headline is kind of confusing too because it has something different all the time and it doesn't give you enough time to kind of absorb it. So you don't want people to think too hard when they're visiting the website. You want them to read it, understand exactly what you do. You help people with data. You help people with technology staffing, technology leadership. That could be many things. And then when you dive deeper into here, you break down some of these things like digital transformation, data analytics, different things like that. Makes a little bit more sense. Maybe even if you had like you had, you know, the main page and then sub pages underneath it or categories underneath it, fractional CIOs, CTOs. So those are some recommendations off of that. It's good that you have some case studies, that contact information. I think it's decent. It's decent. Um, you have an area where people can essentially fill out a form, go through a funnel process with you. At the same time, when they get through all that, you have the contact information to submit. I think that's decent. If you have that connected on your homepage right away, and every single page from the About page all the way to services page and case studies page, you're going to drive a lot more conversions, probably about 3 to 5 times. So those are some of the core key things you see there with the CTAs and trust factors and on-page SEO. So when you visit your website, your metadata, it just says Epochal Technologies, Epochal Technologies. It doesn't say what you do exactly. So it doesn't have the core keywords like technology staffing or data strategy or the technology leadership. You want to put your core keywords that you want to be found in on the search engines and on Google, and then also when your clients are looking for you, you want them found right away. And so I went over that, and then on page and off page SEO, and then on page SEO. One more thing. So if you're looking to build out long tail keywords, they are the highest converting because when people, for example, if they read an article or read a blog post or read a press release within your company, they're going to want to learn more because you're teaching them, you're training them. So essentially, what you're building is a long tail content authority and traffic. So you're gonna so ideally if you want to be known as a technology staffing company, and I noticed you guys are in Texas, um, that's low hanging fruit right there. So when I typed in technology staffing agency in Texas, I couldn't even find your company. And that's the low hanging fruit. So if you're competing on a national or global level or even regional level, um, you're not found. So what you want to do is you want to work on those keywords, you want to optimize it, and then from there you want to work on your reviews. You want to get reviews from your current customers, and then also this is just like on Amazon.com. We purchase, usually the things with the most reviews, the highest reviews, and usually that's the top like 5, 10 spots we're looking at. And it's usually like the top two, three, and essentially here, the top three companies. When you look at technology staffing agency in Texas, you see GTN Staffing, Technology Navigators, Aerotech, and I'm pretty sure, of course, you know who a couple of these people are as I'm scrolling on here. But when you look at it from the outside, you see all these companies that have a good reputation. But internally, you might think, hey, this company is not that good. They don't have as good of a technology. They don't have as good of a team as us. They haven't been around as long as us. But as a visitor visiting the website and Google and the search engines, um, you don't have that displayed on your site. And then also you don't have that within the search engines. So that's something that you want to fix and you want to work on. And so, yeah, so that's that piece of it on a quick overview. And then another piece of it is what we also recommend for you is working on your B2B client acquisition system. So this is working on inbound, outbound, and then breaking down the business metrics. So on inbound traffic is like paid traffic, pay per click, media buys, search engine optimization, content marketing, social media, different forms of traffic. Outbound marketing is like working with your sales team, your SDRs, your business account managers. So this is done through email outreach, social media outreach, phone calls, text messaging, mail marketing, direct mail marketing, or even voicemail drops. Those are all forms of outbound. So you want to have a combination of inbound and outbound. And here's actually a screenshot of what we do for our clients and helping them. This is just an actual live screenshot that's a little blurred out for actually an assessment campaign that we're running for our client. And as you can see, their pipeline is filled. They're getting appointments booked all the time, and that's what we recommend for you. Because doing a couple of these changes to your website, on page, off page, the reviews, long tail authority, and traffic, making you guys, essentially the leader in your industry when people are searching for you online as opposed to your competitors here. Um, Incorporating inbound, outbound, B2B client acquisition system. And I'll show you how that kind of works here. I'll break down the numbers here. So if we work backwards on business metrics, because I'm pretty sure you're a numbers person, Michael. So if we break down the revenue goal, every business is a little bit different. Average deal size might be different from you. Your LTV, your deal size might be 100,000, might be a million, might be 10 million. So if we work backwards on these business metrics, if your revenue goal was adding an additional 50,000 or 100,000 per month, let's just say 50,000, you need 5 closed deals at 100 at $10,000. And breaking down our numbers, that's usually getting if you're at a closing percentage of 20%, then that's about 25 appointments. Because if we get you 25 appointments, you close 20%, you're closing 5 deals. But there's also cancels and no-shows. So because there's about a 30% cancel no-show rate, we usually get about 35 bookings per month. So if we book 35%, 30% don't show up, 25% become appointments, you close 20%, you get 5 deals at 10,000, that's $50,000. So what that means for us is we need to generate you 8 appointments per week um, to get these to hit this benchmark, and that's off of a $10,000 deal size. Most of our clients are working with 5, 6, and 7-figure deal sizes, so it's huge ROI. Even if you get a couple deals every month, every quarter, it's huge. So yeah, so that's a simple business breakdown for you. And yeah, like I mentioned, the ROI is just going to be huge. Some people are at a 10x, 4x, 2x. Either way, if you put $1 in, you get $2 back at a casino. You do that all day long. So there you go. I hope I shared enough value for you. I really want to share what we could do with your website and the opportunities and where you're not being shown, and did a breakdown on the audit. And yeah, and once again, my name's Luke with Partnerly, and the next steps essentially are, we work. Our ideal clients are companies like yourself that want to take action, want to be a partner with us for years to come, and we strategize with you to grow. And if you have any questions, feel free to message us. Feel free to message my team members, and we can book a call with you to go over some of this information and what the next steps look like, and I can share with that with you. So once again, this is Luke with Partnerly, and I'll talk to you soon.